Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Crazy Al Kane, and it's time again for another Bike of the Day feature. That's right. I'm still here. I'm still making them. I still got them coming out. The Bike of the Day features. We not playing this week. I'm not playing this week. There's no we. It's me, myself, and I'm not playing this week with the Bike of the Day features. I got a whole bunch of bikes that I want you guys to see before the end of the year. Hopefully, you guys come back to sugarcane.com and give these bikes a rating, because I'm going to be doing this. Look what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be giving out medals to the number one bike that's going to be in the top of the list there. So I definitely want you guys to come back and rate these bikes, okay? And today's bike is a custom standard 125R with that dope colorway sent in by Charles Stumpf. That's right, this colorway is called the Shocker Brass to Raw Fade, and this colorway is fire. When I was deciding which bikes to feature on this YouTube series, this bike right here has been in my head for the longest time to do, and I'm super glad that I got around to do it, because I want you guys to see this bike, and I definitely want to see what you guys have to say about this bike here on YouTube. And hopefully you guys come back to sugarcane.com and give this bike a rating, because it definitely deserves to get some ratings and see how high up it gets on the charts. Charles had a lot to say about this bike and his inspiration. He said his dad got him into racing bikes around the age of 3 years old. Around 4 years old, he was jumping off curbs, breaking his training wheels. So at 5 years old, his dad decided that racing would be a good idea, as he used to when he was a kid. He went on to race for years, and around 2002, Charles and his dad were the first father and son team to win state titles together. That's a good look. So he stopped racing in 2006. Quit racing bikes in general for a few years, and then 15 years later and 2 full knee reconstructions later, he decided to start racing again. He's super excited to be back, and also dad is back after 15 years. He thinks they might go for the father and son title again. Now that we know about the inspiration for this build, let's check out those parts, son. This frame is a standard bike code 125R. It's got a 21.5 top tube with the Shocker Brass to Raw Fade colorway. This frame has 20mm dropouts with disc brake mounts and internal cable routing with a weld badge in the front. What? Special bike, y'all. He's got an Onyx Helix 20mm hub in anti-freeze green with matching nipples. He's got an Onyx Ultra SS 20mm rear hub that's disc brake ready. He's rocking those Alienation Mischief tubeless rims. 11 7.0 LT Pro 20mm fork. S&M Race XLT 55mm stem. S&M Race XLT 8.25 rise handlebars. Tioga Faster Black Label folding tires. Shimano DXR 175mm cranks. Paul's Components Love Lever brake lever and clamper caliper. SRAM Centerline 140mm disc. Avian Pariah Pro pedals. 1145 tooth flow ring. MCS Professional chain. Avian carbon fiber seat post. A Tioga D Spider seat. And JW Bicycle Products seat clamp. Oh man, this bike is loaded. It's got some nice parts. That fire colorway. I love the colorway. And it's also a custom standard. It's a custom build. So I'm not sure what the chain stay length is on this bike. It might not be the standard, no pun intended, the standard chain stay length. We know the top tube is 21.5. The head tube is 1 1/8. It's not tapered, so it's 1 1/8 straight through. So the top cup and the bottom cup is 1 1/8. If you was to get a 125R stock with the 21.5 top tube, the head tube angle is 74.5 degrees. The seat tube angle is 71 degrees. The seat tube height would be 8.25 inches. The seat post diameter would be 27.2, which is very common for BMX race bikes, especially the aluminum ones. Now the dropout size on the standard is 3/8. But on Charles' bike, he's got 20mm dropouts, like I said earlier on. The frame weight of the standard 125R and the 21.5 top tube size is 3.8 pounds. But on the rear end of Charles' frame, he has a little tube connecting the seat stay and the chainstay, so that might add a little weight. So maybe it's like a 3.9, maybe 4 pounds, I don't know. It's all a mystery for me, but I think going forward I'm going to try and get more specific specs, especially for the custom bikes, so I can let you guys know some of the specifics on the frame quality. Alright, so the ratings on this bike is color got a 9.41, originality got a 9.55, parts got a 9.46, overall style got a 9.58, giving this bike a total rating score of a 9.5. 25 people came to rate this bike. That's a nice amount of people to come rate this bike. But if you want to come rate this bike and add to the list and add to the numbers of people rating this bike, come to sugarcane.com and give this bike a rating. I sound like a broken record at this point, asking you guys to come back to sugarcane.com. But it's real important that you guys come and give this bike a rating, especially this week, because New Year's Eve is the last day to rate these bikes, so we can find out which bike becomes the number one bike as bike of the year. Dollar Bill, aka Bill Burger, gave this bike a total rating score of an 8.76, with the lowest rating being the parts with an 8.42. Big up to Bill Burger for rating this bike. Reg Andrade gave it 10s across the board. Shout out to Reg for giving this bike 10s across the board. AJ Macaro gave this bike a 9.48 total rating score, with the lowest score being originality, which got a 9.3. It's in the 9, so I ain't mad at that. This bike definitely deserved 9s, that's for sure. Matthew Burgess gave it 10s across the boards too. Reg Andrade left a comment as well as a rating. He said, love this bike and color scheme. Hope to get a standard frame someday. Shout out to Reg for commenting and also leaving a rating. Laszlo said, wow, super nice ride. What a way to make a comeback, you dirt Jedi. Shout out to Laszlo for his comments. And Kerry said, very nice. Love the color and modern touches with disc and internal cable routing. She also agrees with a Facebook comment that said, Profile Elite cranks would have been the icing on the cake. What do you guys think? Let me know. Alright, so enough looking at bikes, enough talking about bikes, enough rating bikes. I need y'all to go out and ride your bike. And also get this shirt right here. It's on the Sugarcane store. Go to the Sugarcane store on sugarcane.com. Pick this up. Show a little support, a little bit of love to the kid. And also rock a nice little shirt, because you know where I'd rather be, at the trails. You already know. Anyways, enough talking about bikes, enough looking at bikes, enough rating bikes. I need y'all to go out and ride your bikes. It's Crazy Alkane, sugarcane.com, CACTV, baby. Bike of the day, back to you, Billy.